Okay, welcome back. This is the portion of the show we like to call speed cooking.
We're going to speed it up right now.
We're gonna do a sauce for the I forget what we called it, puff pastry.
Small puff pastry with mushrooms.
Yeah, and we're gonna do that. At the same time, you're gonna do some prep work for the lamb that we're gonna have as the third course.
In the professional world, one of the biggest things you can do is save yourself some time by doing 2 jobs at once. We're going to do the same here. First thing we're going to start off is our chicken sauce for our mushroom petivier. All right, so we got a nice hot smoking pan, too hot. And we'll take that off. All right. We're going to add our chicken backs in. These are just 3 chicken backs. Oof. All right.
Stand back.
Stand back, yeah. This is pan's a little too hot.
That's our fault.
But we're going to...
we delayed the taping in between.
We're going to carry on. At home, you don't have to have your pan this hot. You can go with something that's a little more in the medium range. It'll just take you a little bit longer. This is about where you want your pan right now. Not quite as smoking. Let's go with this. And what we're going to do is just saute these in the pan. What we're trying to develop is more of this fond right here on the bottom.
Okay.
Nice golden brown and delicious. So while these are rapidly cooking away, we're just going to do some quick prep work to prepare our sauce and our lamb at the same time.
So now this you actually want it to stick to this because you're going to deglaze and get all that lovely goodness right off the bottom, right?
We're going to get our fond up off of that with a little bit of Madeira. We're going to bring our heat back up a little bit, flip these over, and keep them going. Okay. In this case, we're just going to slice these down. I like to keep a tray nearby that I can just put all my mise en place on as I go. Okay, now traditional mirepoix. Familiar with mirepoix?
Of course.
Okay. Traditional mirepoix is your celery, carrot, onion. We're going to utilize all those in this. We're going to add leeks, and we're going to add a little bit of garlic. So now, if I were to have this totally roasted, golden brown and delicious, I'd also consider starting with some of my mushrooms, because it is going with our mushroom petivier. A little onion in there.
Never take my word for it, Colin.
Add some leeks. Carrot, celery, and you're going to let all this cook for 7 to 12 minutes, depending on how high you have your heat. And what a lot of this is going to do is start to pick up this taste on the bottom, but you're also going to want to, unlike the soup, we're going to want to cook with some color on these vegetables.
Right.
Okay, that caramelization is going to give us a lot of taste. Okay, lightly salt when you're making sauces because of the reduction factor. We're going to add our garlic. Some of our tomato. Okay. And this one
gets butter.
This one definitely gets some butter. Help caramelize those vegetables. And we're going to also add some thyme. Now, if our vegetables were to get nice and cooked down, get plenty of color on there, we would reach a point where we were looking to...
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, we'd reach a point where we're looking to deglaze with some Madeira for our sauce. And once our Madeira is totally cooked down, we're going to add water, just to cover, okay?
Okay.
So if we were to cover this, we'd cook this for about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Strain it and reduce it. This will produce about a half a cup to a cup of sauce.
Okay.
Okay. And what we wind up with at the end is this.
I thought that would be hot. I used the...
Totally...
All right, now I'm going to do this because Colin said it was ready to go.
Absolutely. Totally reduced jus. Here we go. This looks excellent.
Is here fine?
Yes. Now you can see the little pieces of salt on there. And now she really puffed up. You can see where I did mark the edges, some of this. Some puff doughs you can score better. Some you can't. So all we're going to do is put that right in the middle of our plate. We're going to add some butter to our sauce. And the kicker in this sauce is we're going to add a couple black cardamom seeds. This is black cardamom. This is a very rich, smoky, earthy taste. So we're going to just crack them. Put them in. Try to release some of the taste.
Now the butter at the end, is that just like kind of for presentation? It gives it the sheen.
It's going to give it a shine.
And plus the taste as well. But
absolutely. And we're going to work some emulsification there. And we wind up with a nice, beautiful, shiny sauce like that.
Oh yeah, and it smells great too.
Yeah.
That's the cardamom, I guess.
That is the cardamom. That is also something that you could find online. Indian food shops may have this, and very good spice shops will have this. So what we have is our mushroom pithivier, and all we're going to do is sauce it. And that's it. I'm going to put a little bit of garnish on it. And wipe the plate. And we're done.
Smells awesome.
A totally simple presentation, and the whole dish is based on taste.
Yeah.
Everything has to be tasty and correct. Very delicious. And we are going to go right into our lamb shank. I will show you that. This is a lovely lamb shank that we picked up. I got it from my butcher. It's clean on the top, which means it has this little piece here, but that's not important. We've kept it dry on a towel so that when we go to roast it, it doesn't splatter everywhere. Develops a nice caramelization. And we're going to add some salt, some pepper. Could you grab that lamb loin out too? Sure. We'll talk about that. All right. So we've got this out as well. This is a lamb loin. I got this from the same butcher. This is the equivalent of, say, a sirloin steak.
Okay.
Okay. The sirloin of lamb. And we're going to continue to trim this while we talk about our shank. Our shank is a piece that needs to be braised. Without that, it's not going to be tender, and it's not going to give you the rich sauce that we're really looking for.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is get our pan
hot.
Again, medium hot. We don't want to smoke our oil too much, you know. And we're just going to get that in there. You hear the sizzle, you're ready to go. We're going to get it golden brown and delicious. That's it. Sorry.
That's all right.
We're going to use the mirepoix that we cut for the last sauce.
Right.
We're going to add that in. We're going to add some of our other vegetables. If you want to grab the pearl onions, the apples, and the celery root. That should be enough for us for today.
Cubes.
Nice cubes. All right, you see our heat's getting a little too hot. We're going to get our nice golden brown side. And I'm going to continue to spin that and roast it and get all that taste that I can develop on the outside of that piece. That's what's going to give us our taste.
Okay.
Okay? Let's add a little bit of white wine.
White wine.
Yeah. We're going to add some thyme, and then we just cover that with water.
Okay.
And we're going to braise this in the oven at 300, 275, no more. You don't want it boiling away in the oven for about an hour and a half, and you want to start checking. You want it falling off the bone.
Okay.
Okay? This is what you're left with after you pick your meat off the bone and reduce the sauce down. You get a nice ragu of that. Okay? And when these start to saute up nicely, we're going to season them up. When these saute up nicely, get a little bit of color on them. We're going to add some butter.
Okay.
Fry them in butter. We're going to add our apples and some thyme. While we're doing a light butter fry on this, we're just going to manage our heat so it doesn't get too dark.
Just give them a little coat.
Give them a little toss. some more salt, give them some pepper. So we've got our lamb loin, and we've got our pan on medium.
It's got that nice little sizzle
Nice little sizzle. This piece of meat is going to cook relatively quickly.
Okay.
What we're going to do is saute it, let it rest, slice it down, and we're going to serve it over our ragu. Now we have our red pearl onions here, and you just grabbed these that we cooked earlier, you and I. Little red pearl onions. These are going to go in with our celery root and our apples as our sort of vegetables for the dish, the ragu. Okay. So we're going to add, you want to add a little bit of this into our meat ragu?
Put this in?
Yep.
Sure.
And this is going to be our finished dish. So however much vegetables you want in there, go ahead and add it in. That's going to be it.
All right, so I'll call that good.
All right. We add a little bit more chive. Mix it on in. All right. So we've got our lamb. Nicely sauteed. And we are going to go to the plate with this.
All
okay.
Right.
Excellent.
Very cool. This is the finished dish. This has been an excellent demonstration. Thank you so much. You guys don't forget to check out 2021 in market, off market.
On market.
On market.
Downtown Philadelphia.
Reservations are expected. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. We're out of here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.